Hi, I'm Connie. I am a rising senior at Harvard, and this is my second year with Ryse specifically, but this is my third going on fourth year with PBHA.
Hi, my name is Anu. I'm a graduate of UMass Boston, class of 2020. I have been Ryse's director for 2 years now. I started in February of 2019, and the past 2 years, Ryse has been an amazing experience for me.
My name is Ryse. I am a rising junior at Wellesley College. This is my first year with Ryse.
I've always been interested in education. The mission of SUP in particular, of just like working with students who may not have like access to a bunch of other programs, was really important to me. SUP, when it says like student leadership and developing student leaders, it really actually develops student leaders. Like you are in charge of, like coordinating all of these different field trips, like working to make like a really great program.
Initially, I heard about it through one of my best friends who was a Ryse camper and who was also director. And he knew that I would enjoy the program because initially I was just supposed to help him advertise it, but then he somehow ended up talking me into applying to it, and I think he thought that I would really enjoy it, and he turned out to be right. It was an amazing experience for me.
We had two final parties. We divided it like the camp into two, and for those who could make it, and the students shared some of their poetry, some of their paintings, their work that they'd done in the summer. I almost wanted to cry because everyone was like, I love Ryse, and the work that they did was amazing, and everyone was cheering themselves and other people on.
For me, it was when I was conducting like my exit interviews with my kids. So like when I was just like talking with them one-on-one and asking them like how they felt the summer went. It was just really incredible because like one, I think I realized like how much of a connection I built with my students, like thinking back like 5 weeks prior to like them being like really shy the first class and like not really like talking to each other or talking to me very much. But at the end, like our interviews like took way longer than I thought. Like we were just like chatting and talking. And then they also said like a lot of things about like how much they love Ryse. And I think that like it's sometimes harder to see that in like a virtual classroom, to like see like the impact that you're doing or like how much like people enjoy virtual class. But like in those like interviews, they actually like talked about like favorite moments of Ryse. One of them said, over the weekend I look forward to Mondays now because like that's when Ryse starts up again, and it's been such like a great community for them. So it was just so great to like hear that and see that like even if stuff was virtual, it still was like impactful and still meant a lot for these students.
Stood out to me the most was, I think, our final show. Normally it's in person, but this year it was virtual. But seeing the improvement in some of the students, like English, like some of them would be afraid to like even like speak or raise their hand or do anything like at the start of the summer, but like at the end of the summer, like they were like completely willing to like share their work and like recite poems and just be able to kind of show off like how much they've learned.
I think especially because of the pandemic and the rest of the chaos in the world, it was like less of what they took away and more just offering solace and like moments of education and also community within the summer, and also just a better sense of themselves. We want everyone their English to improve. More than anything, I hope that they just take away the confidence that come with learning a new language.
The thing about Ryse is that like students come back year after year and like build friendships, and like in my class in particular, it was just really awesome to see that they like had their own like WeChat group. So they had their own messaging group, and they like couldn't really see each other in person, but they like hung out outside of class and like they got to know each other better. And I hope they take that with them like after Ryse, like that they have, you know, like friendships and community through quarantine, like through the pandemic.
Like no matter how difficult times may get, obviously 2020 has been one of the more difficult years that anyone has probably experienced. I think just being able to adapt and knowing that like there will always be a community that can help you get through whatever times you are facing.
A sense of possibility and a sense of like knowing what they are able to accomplish. One of the big things about Ryse is like preparing students for college, especially like students who like didn't think they could go to college, didn't know how to apply to college. And definitely in my class, there were a lot of questions about like, can I go to college? Like, is that like for me? And to the end of Ryse, I want them to like walk away with the sense of like, if I want to go to college, then yes, like I can go to college. I know how to apply to college. Here are all the like opportunities and possibilities that I know that I can do.